Well, I'm sitting here today with a man who needs almost no introduction. Jack, I don't even know how to say your last name.
My last name is Riepe.
Riepe. I'm here with Jack Riepe. And some of you guys have called him Ripe, Rippy. It's Riepe. Anyway, sitting here with Jack, and he's going to shamelessly promote his products here. And you guys have probably read a lot of his articles that have been in the MOA magazine over many years. He's the proto K-bike owner. He's the reason that a lot of us even ride K-bikes. So I'm very happy to be sitting here with him, having a conversation, and just kind of shooting the crap with him. Jack,
Just two K-bike guys.
we're two K-bike guys. Yeah, I wrench them. You don't. You somehow have a magic wrench over there. I see it over there. It's
This is my
It's the magic wrench that
the
fixes.
extent of my toolkit.
Yeah, it's great to see, and I do a lot of things on the K-bike. I don't have the magic that you have, but maybe you can explain this magic that you do have.
All I do is tell a good story, all right? K-bike riders and even other riders of bikes with lesser alphanumeric designations love a good story. And it starts off with a beginning, an end, and sometimes a pretty girl. That's it. And that's what I write about. I take people with me on my pillion, on my editorial literary pillion. We take rides, we go off. It's always another K-bike adventure.
That's awesome. Yeah. So when did the writing passion for the K-bike actually start? Where did you start at? And
I started writing BMW motorcycle stories in 2006. I wrote a piece called German Containers Not Suitable for Chinese Food. And it was a story about a Chinese dinner that got loose in the top case. All right, and that was the first time I wrote about a K-bike. And then later, I did a piece called If You Can't Stand the Heat, Stay Out of Centralia. It was about a K-bike-led ride to Centralia, where there's been a coal fire burning for 50 years. And then I began to realize the K-bike is a natural medium for a good story. It has all the elements of a good story: speed, mystery, a special sound, effects, scary effects. They go fast. They go faster, all right? And I started to think this should be the focal point of a series of stories and pieces, and it always has been for me, at least with BMW.
well, it is truly a magical device that has a lot of mystery surrounding it. The K-bikes have been a source of great mystery. That's the reason my YouTube videos have become as popular as they have, because I take the mystery out of the K-bike. Jack, he promotes the mystery of the K-bike. And
Nobody really knows how a K-bike works, okay? It requires magical spells, all right, incense, sacrifices to the K-bike gods, all right? And then you get a flawlessly running machine. I think I've only had a K-bike stall on me once in 10 years. And all it involved was pressing down on something and it came back to life. This is the story of the K-bike. And a K-bike toolkit is the easiest thing in the world to carry. It's a little piece of plastic in your wallet, all right? And it's guaranteed smooth running.
I wish that was really the case for me, but no, maybe I've got the wrong K-bike. I've got an LT. I don't know if maybe that's the wrong one. If it needed to be the K75 or the 100 or maybe even these magical 1300s that I have heard about and have never actually ridden one yet.
I can't fix anything. I one time tried to adjust the oil in the transmission fluid, and it resulted in two mechanics coming to the house to straighten it out. All right, I don't fix anything, but I have an idea of how the bike should run, what it should look like. My K75 is a signature bike. It's perfectly pristine. It's just the way it ran, came off the showroom assembly line. It's just perfect, except I changed the lights, the seat, the wiring system, All right.
Yeah.
The grips and the mirrors, and this is. Other than that, it's stock. So it's like it can be done. The other thing is, you have to talk to it nice, and it will always take care of you. I want a K1300. As I said earlier today, I want a motorcycle where you have to shift it into second gear at 79 miles an hour. I need to ride that bike.
Yeah, the K1300 for me is kind of the penultimate bike that I am. Ever since I rode a K1200 GT, that to me was just like, oh, that's just an amazing machine. It's a little quirky, as most of the BMWs are, but that K1300, I think that's kind of the zeitgeist of the K13 line, in my opinion, as a K-bike man myself.
There comes a day where you just have to do 175 miles an hour. I mean, you got to get to the post office, you got to get to the store. I mean,
school zones need to be violated.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, this is how it works. I've been in love with the K-bike for years. Now, it's not to say that BMW doesn't make other great bikes. Maybe they do. Right? But the fact is, K. K is K. This is the letter. The K-bike is special. I started the Secret K Club 3 years ago for the sole purpose of making sure that K-bike riders' rights, needs, and expectations would be met. The K-bike Club is a revolution. It's a movement. All right? It is a concept whose years overdue. And now we're making that a reality.
Sure. Well, that's great. So tell me a little bit about your books here, your latest, maybe a book that's coming up, if you've got something new coming up.
This is Conversations with a Motorcycle. It's a story about my first 3 years in the saddle. It does not involve a BMW. It involves a Kawasaki H2, the triple Widowmaker.
I thought you were going to tell me a horse.
Actually, it had 72 horses, if I remember correctly. And the whole purpose of this book is to explain it's a coming of awareness novel. It is about romance, motorcycles, adventure, disappointment, personal triumph, vindication. It is how a 19-year-old becomes sort of a man, sort of. And I followed that with Motorcycles Speak Louder Than Words. This book is a history of bad decisions. This book is an explanation of logical bad decisions. All right?
Yes. We all make them.
It's moto humor. It's factual, black humor. It's dark.
Yeah, that sounds
We've
great.
sold almost every copy year after year. All right, I'm really pleased. This was introduced in 2012. This was introduced this year in 2018, and they are both selling hot at this show and in other places.
Awesome. So how can somebody get a hold of one of these books? Obviously, I could get one today because I'm here, but they're not.
I am going to give you two, all right, so you can broaden your horizons on your ride home.
Right.
All right. But other than that, you come to www.jackriepe.com. It's my publisher's website. You can order T-shirts, Secret K Club T-shirts, and you can order my books. We have a new book coming out just before Christmas. It's called The Motorcycle Rider's Diet. We have analyzed what a healthy motorcycle rider needs. He needs adventure, romance, high speed, fog, rain, and occasionally something to eat and drink.
For you guys out there, there will be a link down in the description below as to where you can get your hands on Jack's merchandise. And Jack, thanks so much for taking the time
The pleasure was
and
all
speaking
mine.
with me. I appreciate
The pleasure
that.
was all mine.
Yeah.
Thank you.